is our turning technique class. It was a 1.5-hour workshop, and the purpose of the workshop was to help people with their turns and get their turns centered and balanced. So we spent a lot of time talking about our center, which is midway between the sternum and the belly button, and that you need to keep your center over a standing foot for balance. We did an exercise where they just stepped to the side and picked up the foot, step to the other side and pick up the foot. This teaches you how to get your center or your core over your standing foot quickly. Then we added a turn to that. We did a turn to the right, picking up the left foot, and then we did a turn to the left, picking up the right foot. This is an excellent exercise for getting centered quickly over the standing foot. From there, we went on to work on outside turns and how to determine an outside from an inside. We talked about the hand of the person who's turning, moving away from the face in an outside turn. That has nothing to do with left or right. So if a follower is turning, for instance, in a two-step or a waltz outside, the hand moves away from my face. In an outside turn, that direction, we talked about the lady having to turn and step onto her right foot. Then she puts her weight on the right, steps on the left. We also talked about inside turns. The lady has to step right first. Then the leader needs to turn the lady as he's stepping onto his right foot. And she completes the turn. Steve made the comment, if you'll face the camera,
Okay.
that when you're in dance position with the lady, left side is outside, right side is inside from the leader. Left side, he can turn the lady outside. Right side, he can turn the lady inside. So we talked about that. We talked about traveling during the turn and the follower making sure that she continues to travel down the line of dance. She doesn't want to take her step back up forward here. Then we talked about stationary turns. In swing, for instance, we did an outside turn in swing where the lady spins around on the right foot. Again, it's pretty much the same turn. She just doesn't have to go quite as far in the first half of it, and she goes completely the rest of the way, putting the foot down behind her. When you step in a traveling turn or a swing turn, the left leg is behind you right here. Just leave it there and let it hit the floor. Same thing when you're traveling. The foot is behind you. Leave it alone and let it hit the floor rather than swing the leg. That will throw you off balance. We talked about the head, keeping it over the shoulders. The head can turn from side to side in a turn and look where you're going, but you don't want to take your head forward. This causes your center to be pulled forward, creating a need for another step. Then we talked about pivot turns, where one foot stays in place and stepping and leaving one foot in place, such as in a salsa or a cha-cha chase turn. And we talked about, very briefly touched on paddle turns. You don't do those too much in this type of dancing. Those are more a line dancing turn. And I think that's everything.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay? All right.